go guys, it's Raul TV, Team R for you all, your favourite YouTube mechanic, back again. And what I'm doing now is I've got a Seat Alhambra diesel. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's petrol or diesel, it should be exactly the same. 2006-7 kind of thing. And we're going to go ahead and replace the front brake pads, brake discs, or rotors if you want to call them. Dead easy. I think I've done this on other vehicles, okay, like VW Golfs and Skodas, pretty much similar. Okay, this is Seat Alhambra. Let's go, let's do it. Okay, I'm sorry about the noise in the background. As you can see, the heater's on. Even though it's spring, it's really cold. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in this way. Okay, I'm going to undo the brake fluid cap. As you can see there, the yellow one there. Okay, anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. Let's just undo that. Just about get your hands in there. Just about. Rubbish design, but yeah, just about get your hands in there. Okay, we'll just leave it there like that. That's off the brake fluid cap. Let's send the car up. Okay, the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brake caliper off. So the passenger side one, I mean the UK passenger side one has got a sensor on it. The driver side one hasn't got a sensor. So we'll go ahead and take that plug off from there. Okay, I'm going to take the brake caliper off. But first things first, let's take that plug off and we'll go from there. Okay, that plug is off. As you can see there, plug's off. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take this clip off here. You need two hands really to do this, one to flick it off and the other hand to hold it. So I've done it with one hand. Took a whack for you guys as well. Right, but there we go, done it. That spring is off. We're going to go around to this side. Take this little plug off. There's one. There's another one here. There we go. And then we're going to go around this side here. As you can see there, size 7 Allen key. Let's take them two off and we'll go from there. Okay, the caliper is off. You saw the way I took it off. Just pry it off. After you take these two Allen keys off, this one and the one down there, just pry it off. Happy days, that's off. You might be thinking, why am I replacing the brake rotors? Because they look absolutely fantastic to me, nothing wrong with them, but they're juddering. Okay, for some reason they're warped. Okay, every time you hit the brakes, the pedal is shaking like mad. When you're on the motorway, on the highway, you know, high speeds, basically it's juddering like mad. So that's the reason why I put it on the brake test machine, and you can clearly see it. It's juddering, especially on this passenger side, UK passenger side. So what we're going to do now is we'll leave that bracket on there for 2 seconds. We're going to get a flat screwdriver or a chisel or whatever you got, jam it in there, and we're going to go ahead and take that off. Size 6 Allen key. Let's take that off. Next thing what we need to do is we need to take this bracket off, the caliper hanging bracket. So we need to take this bolt off here and this one off here. 27mm socket. Okay, so 27mm. Take this one off. One little top tip is take the top one off first, then take the bottom one off, because if you take the bottom one off, then it's going to start swinging when you take the top one off. So take the top one off first, then take the bottom one off. So we're going to take that off. Take this off. You might be thinking, why is it so loose? But the thing is, I had to get the breaker bar on it. Get the breaker bar on it, crack it first, okay, and then take it off. Let's go, let's take them off and we'll go from there. Okay, the next thing what we do is, obviously the disc is off, the rotor is off. We just get some big dogs, or if you've got a wind back tool or push back tool, whatever, just push the piston back, the caliper piston back, all the way in. There we go, happy days. Let's get the new ones on. Just before we get the new ones on, what we do is, we take these sliders totally out. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll give them a clean out. They're not that bad anyway, they're quite clean as it is. Somebody's you know done it in the past. We'll give them a clean out on the wire mesh or wire brush, whatever you got. Clean them out, and then we'll put the new discs, rotors, everything back on. Guys, there's the new discs. As you can see there, it's got oil on it. Okay, normally Delphi discs, they have a powder coating on it and you don't need to clean them up, but these for some reason have got some oil on it. So make sure you get some brake cleaner, clean it up thoroughly, okay, because we don't want no oil. The reason why they put the oil on there is just basically when they keep it in storage, so it doesn't rot away, it doesn't rust, you know, things like that. Keeps it all nice and everything. So our job is we have to clean it up, brake cleaner, okay, or whatever cleaning product you got for brakes, that is. And let's give that a clean. Okay, that should be that for this side. We'll do the other side and let's get the disc on. Okay, so as you can see, I haven't cleaned the front end yet. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get the disc on there. Get that 6mm Allen key on first. Okay, tighten up on that. I mean, you don't need to tighten up 100%. We'll tighten it up after. But get it on there so it's not going to fall on your toes or anything like that. Let's clean that up. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to get this hanging bracket, the caliper bracket, back on there. Okay, it goes around the back here. Let's get that on. Let's get the 2 bolts on, the 27mm bolts. Let's get them on. Let's go. Okay, them 2 bolts are tight. I've got the breaker bar on them, tightened them up. They're tight. The next part is absolutely dead easy. You know, get the brake pads on there, fire them on. Okay, we've got the inner one that'll go into the caliper, brake caliper with the sensor. That goes onto the sensor there, onto the plug there. And that's about it. Let's get the caliper on. Let's get the brake pads on. Let's finish it off. Let's go. Okay, one little top tip is when you go to put these back on, the Allen keys back on, make sure you put them on with your fingers first, with your hand first. Okay, you don't want to cross thread them, you don't want to gun them on, or you don't want to, you know, use the ratchet straight away like I'm doing. Get the socket on there, the Allen key on there, and get it on with your fingers first, with your hand first. Make sure it goes on onto the thread properly, and then you can use the ratchet on it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, in order to get this back on, I mean, it's absolutely dead easy. We get the top half on there like that. Okay, push it towards the back here, get this one on there. Sorry about my gloves, all gone and everything. And then all we do is with the screwdriver, just push that back, okay, into that hole there. Happy days, job done. I'm going to do that actually. And yeah. Okay guys, that is it, all done and dusted. We're going to put the wheel back on, send the car down, put the cap back on, the brake fluid cap back on. And obviously what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to pump the brakes. Okay, make sure you pump the brakes, make sure they're nice and hard, because the last thing you want is, you know, you go on the road and you haven't pumped the brakes and no brakes. For the first couple of pumps, there's going to be no brakes at all. So make sure you pump the brakes, make sure you do that. Well, that is it guys, that's how we replace the front brake pads and discs, that is rotors, on a Seat Alhambra. Like I mentioned, it's like the VW Charan, the Ford Galaxy, pretty much similar. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go inside it, press the brakes, pump the brakes. Make sure you pump the brakes before you take it out on a test drive, okay? You don't want to go on a test drive and haven't pumped the brakes, okay? So I put the cap back on, pump the brakes, go for a test drive. Happy days, job done. Hope this video helps you guys out. If it didn't help you guys out, I'm sorry. Try my best. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button for me, leave a comment in the comment section. Raoul TV, Team R4UL, your favourite YouTube mechanic. We'll see you guys next time.